Good morning, Los Angeles. Good morning, Canada. Good morning, Nigeria. God is so gracious. I'm not a Christian. When I mention God, I'm referring to superior being. Irrespective of your religious belief, there is a greater power. You know, the trend of iPhone 17 series phobia or fever, I meant iPhone 17 series fever. It's good to acquire iPhone 17 series. You know, most of my friends are so surprised why I've not gotten one as a tech guy. I mean, as early as 2006, 7, the first iPhone dropped. I was one of the people that was privileged to acquire one and sold more than 500 units of it. I mean, I've sold more than 20,000 units of iPhone in my life, you know. But at a particular time, I started asking myself a very important question. I had this iPhone late, I think it should be like 212 or 216. I forgot when the iPhone 7 came out, you know. I know iPhone SS Max came out like 2019, 20, you know. And this iPhone 8 probably 2017, 18, you know. I realized that almost $1,000 spent to buy MacBook, iPad, iPod, roughly $3,000 as early as 2007 or 8 as a tech guy. If I had invested $3,000 in Apple share, believe you me, that should be almost $200,000 worth today, if not more, you know. I'm not a paid content creator. I'm not even a content creator. I don't need no recognition. That's why in most of my videos I don't even show my face. I just show the environment, you know. I mean, I've been doing this all my life, you know, having a close group chat, you know. But eventually my mom told me, why not go global? Somebody might learn from what you do. I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm not saying I'm wealthy. I'm not saying I'm educated. I'm just a regular person, you know. But I've realized I have a calling to serve a greater being and serve humanity, of which I'm doing already, you know. Me being a registered nurse for the past 25 years, service to God through humanity is one of the most essential. I don't like talking about ministers of God, but I could tell you that 99% of people who front themselves as ministers of God have ulterior motive to acquire wealth or probably fame. Because you cannot tell me you're a minister of God, people pay tithes and offering, and there are some members of your church that don't even have food to eat or money to go to hospital. I lost a very close friend of mine whom I was dating in 2004 in Nigeria because she had a lump in her breast, and I told her to go get checked out in the hospital. She refused. She went to Mbaka and was drinking olive oil and others, and they metastasized and she died. I'm not saying people shouldn't go to church, but have to pay attention to life. These pastors asking you to come to their churches for them to do miracle for you to be okay, to get a visa, to get a job. Why do they travel abroad and have the best medical treatment? Why do they walk around with top security agencies and they ask you to protect yourself with olive oil? I've met a few people telling them the sense of mounting out CCTV in their houses, in their cars. That to me is not essential. You know, it's none of my business. What I do is what I love. I don't get paid for that. But when shit goes there, I'm gonna laugh, you know. I'm trying to get into work in a few minutes. If you want to preview my health safety talk and my inspirational talk on how I was able to get over 5 years severe depression and bounce back, you could go to my YouTube, the TLLL USA. THETEAMTLAA USA. I have over 60 videos on YouTube. The manuscript for the book I'm writing, Grace and Curse. A lady I was dating was faulting me for living opulence life by fronting phones and shoes. I told her, no, that's my business. At the point she told me, oh, you aren't shit. You sell shoes in your car in America. And today she's gonna ask me to give her money to bury the dad. People are funny, bro. God bless you.